All right, g'day everyone. Welcome to the TF live cast of the Season 25 Premier Semifinal between Butterfly Effect and Servo Mutts. Joining me tonight on his first casting experience is the wonderful internationally renowned gamer Paulsen, and joining us on analysis tonight is going to be redcoatzygote. How are you doing tonight, Paulsen?
I'm alright. I took your alcoholic advice and went and grabbed a few beers for this cast. I'm looking forward to
sink some longies, are ya?
Yeah, to go along with the long brain that you told me that I had.
You're very kind. How you doing tonight, Redcoat?
Yeah, pretty good. Don't have any alcohol, but
Oh no, you're missing out, man.
perhaps I wish I did.
It's not going to be that long a night. I'm looking forward to some pretty excellent TF2. These are the sort of second and third place teams at the moment in our season, gearing up to fight off against Coffee Clock, who is currently sitting in first place this season. After it's been pretty closely fought in sort of the first four teams here, as I'm sure all of you are very well aware.
No.
Yes. So you're coming off. I think who was it who won last week? It was Servo Mutts beat you last week, wasn't it?
Correct. After Yui stopped carrying us after the first map.
Yes, Yui on Logjam was a sight to behold last week. I'm very very excited that we got to cast that one. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to some good stuff tonight. Why don't we start by going down a couple of these teams? Do you want to take us down the first one here, Paulsen?
Okay. I'll go over. Honestly, both teams have actually got different lineups tonight that aren't typical to what they've been using throughout the season. So I don't know. I'll go over the Spade, or rather Butterfly Effects roster. So tonight they've got Spade on Pocket, Rocky on Roma, which is the staple of soldiers that they've had in their team the entire time. Moot, Demo, Doggerel, Medic. And the difference is the scouts that they're using tonight, though. So instead of using who are the normal call, it's Faith and
Raze.
I believe it's Faithless, and is Raze
Was it
their
always
second
Raze?
call? Was it always
Yeah,
Raze?
Raze has always been core on that team.
Okay, well Raze is still there. It's so Faith isn't there, and Hertz is taking the spot of Faith, who got transferred to their roster once he decided he no longer wanted to be on the fourth best team in Australia this season.
Excellent.
So. Yeah, that's not typical, but that's their roster. And honestly, I would go out on a limb and say that probably the carrying players and people to watch on their team the most would be their soldiers. I think Rocky has really come into his own over the past several seasons, ever since playing, or rather, like since Jasmine made him put away his shotgun and put on those gunboats. He's just slowly been improving and been finding his footing. And today he's probably one of the strongest players.
Yeah, we actually are ready up. So yes, the other team, Varna Scout, TJ Scout, Shupa is playing Roma, I believe. Pocket even, and Fane is playing Roma. Def, Demo, and Ivan, with a very great name, is playing Medic. As we do head into our first mid here, we see both Demos, Moop and Deft, exchanging some stickies on the point here, but it does seem to be the right side from Blue Team's perspective that's being played really hard, as these two soldiers in Rocky and Josh are jumping forward here, and that is the first two picks going their way. Rocky hitting a nice rocket onto Varna, but unfortunately does lose his life, but Hertz is flooding forward, trying to get that follow-up frag, but they're really low now as the Shupa bomb does come in, does clean up the Demo man, but does trades out for that. But that is 3 down on the side of the red team, and they do opt to back out off that one, giving up the first mid of this game to the blue team, which is, oh godness, I don't have the thing up, do I? That is Butterfly Effect. There we go.
Correct. And Spade's gone in for a sack. He beeped it on. Who was it again? Who's their medic? I completely forgot.
Ivan. That's
Ivan. I couldn't get his name. What is his name?
Yeah, I don't think we can say that on stream. But yes, that's Ivan on medic. We do see both meds surviving the mid though, so we do have an even Uber situation. We do see some players sort of trying to smack themselves against this choke, and that is Varna losing his life for that one. We don't see a counter sack coming up or any off classes coming up after the Spade sack before. We just see them trying to sort of fight this flowers area
Rocky
a little
beat
bit.
his jump. They're going for another sack here. I'm pretty sure they're going to do it. Sorry for interrupting you there, but I just saw Rocky try to go for a sack and he beeped his jump. Typical Tempest main.
Fane is in so deep.
Whoa, okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's 2 down on the flank. Really, really well played. Yeah, Fane losing his life there, hitting some really, really nice rockets onto the combo. That was some nice jumping from Fane to jump in there. They do not seem to be pressuring this too much, though. They're just sort of jumping forward. Super seeing what he can do, jumps back a little bit there, and they're just waiting for these players to respawn. There's a little too much on the line, I feel, tonight. They're not going to take any risks here, Paulsen.
I think, yeah, I do think that I played with Spade's team before, and typically they just do this double soldier sack over and over until something gets done, because Sniper on this point is really not that effective. There's not really many that good sight lines to really abuse, so this double soldier sack play is probably their best bet. And
Hertz is in so deep as well as a counter to this.
With 9 HP
after
a massive rocket from Spade.
Yeah, Ivan and sorry, Ivan does hold that, but Josh and Hertz do go in both onto the medic there. Unfortunately, not getting anything too. Varna does go down as well. Rocky loses his life too to Fane on the flank, and this is the combo going in. Shupa doing quite a lot of damage, being followed up on though. The Uber is now forced out onto. This is Dogroll on the medic there, and Ivan uses so much later. This is a really, really good Uber from the red team here. Moop is so low, but it actually, some nice positioning from Josh there, actually manages to let his med walk backwards. Hertz does get a little bit too forward there and does get caught out. But now they're going to see if they can muscle this in after capping the midpoint here, as Hertz is still down.
They're gonna, sorry, just take a sip of my beer. They're gonna hold second here. It's gonna be even Ubers. So again, it's just the reverse situation. Probably just some double sacks coming in. Maybe just a single sack from Fane. Yep, right on cue. Looks like he beat this jump actually. They're trying to kill the flank.
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna lose his life too. Yeah, the scout Varna came in. Yeah, Varna came in to try to sort of see what he could do. Looks like Rocky is gearing up on the flank here. TJ's seen him very, very early though. He is jumping forward with his scout there too. Varna taken down very low. Yeah.
I think they're just gonna, they've taken too long at this point. If they went for a sack now, it just wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah,
and,
saying that, Shupa does go in for that sack on the other side. Yeah, even Ubers on both teams right now. We should have some kind of counter sack happening. As I say that is indeed Rocky coming in. Ivan doing some nice dodging, only eating one of those rockets there from him. But that's again, soldiers beating each other against these chokes, seeing if they can get anything to happen.
Very exciting gameplay going on right now.
I mean, the soldier is actually in. Fane is so deep. Not only getting one rocket onto the medic, I should say, but that jump was really good. Yeah. Fane playing really well tonight.
Again, it's just going to be, I assume, it's going to be back and forth like this for the foreseeable future, maybe for the next few weeks, maybe.
Yeah, we see
no end in sight.
Shupa and Spade trading some rockets on the flank, very, very nearly a little bit of a Roma special in the cafe area there. But we do see them backing off and taking this position. Sacking soldiers like this can work. I'd love to see Big Hertz come up and play his main, get some spy in here to liven our cast up a little bit here, Paulsen.
I feel like, I would love to see that too, but typically, like, the typical spy plays these days aren't really that effective, just the single. It's just too obvious, I find. However, people have adapted and they started doing these sort of like soldier spy sack plays, where at the same time that the soldier bombs, the spy would pistol the medic.
That's two soldiers in right now. Sorry, Fane goes in really, really deep, and Shupa actually does go in as a distraction bomb, changes his mind and comes out. Spade goes for the counter there.
Red could probably go for another sack right now, either a player down, or even take over the flank actually. So where their Roma is down at the moment, or their pocket rather.
It looks like they were trying to go for something like that with 2 scouts pressuring the flowers area, but they were scared off by 1 scout, and they did change their mind. So now we're back in exactly the same situation. Looks like they're trying to push Cafe a little bit. That's where Ivan's beam is right now, seeing if they can get anything through there, but still no off classes, no exciting things to happen right now.
I do feel like they should try a spy. Not even just the typical spy play, but that combo soldier spy play I was touching on a moment ago. It's really effective. Like, I feel like losing 2 people to force an Uber when you have mid is nearly always worth it, as long as you can kite their repush into mid well enough, which isn't too hard most of the time, if your demo is able to spam them effectively as they're trying to walk in. And here comes another sack. Nah, Fane's just poking and prodding. He might actually die.
Yeah, he looks like he's very close to getting caught. 4 health gets out just by the skin of his teeth as both of his scouts rotate through to make sure that he does live there. In the meantime, though, Shupa did get in right into the face of the demo man there and unfortunately does die to Hertz.
It looks like blue team's actually getting a bit impatient here. It looks like Hertz might be going for a trade through through Valley, actually. They get another
It seems
pick.
like a
That's huge.
distraction, though. Spade is in. That Spade hits
They
his
should
rocket.
walk in right now. They've
Yeah,
got
they're
so much
far
space.
back.
Oh, man.
They're starting to come in. Rocky is in trying to fight Varna on the flank, but yeah, their whole combo is forced actually really, really early in the flowers area. They're forced to back all the way off with that. And
I don't think they'll have to hold second after this. There's no way. Yeah. And we lose Rays as well.
Trying to rotate through the choke here. TJ actually taken down super, super low by a nice pipe from Moop. Does lose his life in the end there. Now this situation is turning around a little bit as Red is forced to consolidate back on their own midpoint. Fane taking a duel in the flowers area, but his whole team, he meets, the whole combo from blue team there. And then now red team is forced all the way out as Fane and TJ both pretty late deaths in that fight.
They should actually just be going for stacks right now. There's no way they're going to deny all the forward spawns by stacking, which is what they're doing. They actually probably should have just kept going and used that two-player advantage, that small window, to actually get some space and get basically a guaranteed force in the medic. But
see, this is why I say you have a long brain, man. You have a long brain.
It's getting shorter every sip of this beer I take.
Rocky does go in, does get one nice rocket that Ivan does surf quite well into safety there, and we do see yet another reset there. Looks like TJ's trying to get some cheeky action through choke there. Does eat some stickies through his trouble and back off. Even Ubers yet again. Rocky's down. Some sort of sack is coming in. Shupa goes in right into the face of a scout. Yeah, not much going for him there, unfortunately.
I'd like to see blue team try something different. They've got time, and it's only 0-0 at this time. They could do something along the lines where they could push Valley here and have someone jump around, like a soldier jump over the fence and go behind. Basically create some chaos that will basically draw at least one player back and could open up more space for another soldier to come in to
Speaking of space,
right
Josh is all the way in. TJ taken down to single-digit HP by that bomb. Fane is in there doing actually a very, very deep bomb. Got one rocket onto Doggerel.
TJ Rocky's in now. It's going in, man.
Oh,
he's got it.
Solo.
Finally.
Yes. Ivan would have dropped if that rocket had done any more damage. He does force, though, on 9 HP. They're kiting this pretty well on mid, though. Doggerel is walking really far forward. Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, they do get the force out here, and now they're in a
bit of a pussy pop by Doggerel, though. He didn't take any damage, as far as I can see.
I agree completely. We do see them flooding forward, though, and seeing if they can take this out. Spade is walking forward. Hertz is dueling Deft. Actually loses to Deft there.
But caught out there by himself. Didn't really have much support other than Moop, who was shooting other players. And it looks like they're going to lose Raze too. Yeah, it's a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, I feel like he shouldn't have died there, though. Like, if his team was fast enough there, they should have been with him. That was, I feel, a little bit of miscommunication and unfair on Hertz's part. I feel he shouldn't have been left out to dry there.
Yeah, Rocky's in behind and he gets Ivan, actually. That's huge. There's a huge pick. Now they're going to have basically probably about a 70%, 80% Uber ad to push into mid. Should be a free mid, essentially, if they don't completely screw it up.
Yeah, definitely. This has turned around quite well into their favor. They're just sitting it back on their second right now, grinding up in quite a little blob there. Now Ivan only just spawning, so yeah, about that 80% Uber ad coming in. Just up here coming as they walk through. Looks like they're taking it through the cafe area here.
I don't like this. I feel like the Uber ad is large enough that they could take a more open area approach. Otherwise, if they're going to go for a small area like this, they're going to get forced just like that. They should have went for a bigger area. They had time with such a large ad to bait players into them and get a free mid without using.
Agree, and they do, Shupa and Fane both sack into that though, and they do look like they are not even opting to hold second off that with both their soldiers down. Second is probably going to fall.
Yeah, they've actually got a soldier. They've actually got a soldier ad right now, and the Uber just had. I'd be using this time to go for a second. Looks like Rocky might be positioning himself to do just that, but nah, Fane's got the entry all
Uber
locked up.
is starting to walk towards the lower area. Yes, Ivan is walking in there, but there's a back cap in Spade on the soldier here. He's not going to get anything, unfortunately,
really
but that is so much time on the cap point.
Rocky behind as well. He's heading to last. And they've used they're going to have a full ad. They're going to lose their players. That was really well done.
Yeah, Rocky catches that
they're
out.
losing too many now.
Yeah, they do. So this second point looks like it will fall in the end, but that was a little bit of chaos play trying to get something to happen behind, which is, I think, something that this team will excel at. There's a lot of good DM on this team, and I think there's a lot of coordination on the other team. So forcing some chaos is
It's a very
good
good
plan.
thing to oh, actually, I'll talk about this. Actually, red team's entering into mid right now. They are basically at a 60% Uber disad. They should looking to force their Uber with their player ad, and they've done just that. And they're running away with items. Perfect, actually.
Yeah, that was well played. Fane forced just by like thinking really hard at the medic there. He didn't take much damage at all, and Fane just thought, you use your Uber now, and he feared and he popped. A little bit, is this Doggerel's first season in Prem?
I'm actually not sure. I'm almost certain it's his first season in Prem as a medic, but he might have played combat classes before. I'm actually not sure, but honestly, I think Doggerel's been doing very well if this is his first season of medic, considering he's in a top 2, maybe 3 team at the moment, and he's been doing like very well, basically. Nothing more to be said, really.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that as well. It's just that I feel some of these pops are a little scared.
Could be nerves.
Yeah.
First, like as his first top Prem debut, it could be very difficult, and he's going to get the Uber here. Actually, that's actually so good for them. They can chase this, and they should be able to get Ivan, assuming that their demo isn't watching the choke. Nah, demo's got it locked down.
Yeah, that Uber lasted such a long time on red team there. I think double Ubering his scouts here was sort of let the Ubers be quite similar here. Hertz taking a fight on the flank here. With looks like Varna's gonna lose that, I should say. He's taken down very low, walking all the way backwards, and now this is
really good.
So many player ad, so many player ad on blue team. They get through. Looks like he does actually manage to get out there.
They should be continued this roll to the last to go for a med pick. It's even Ubers. They've got nothing to lose. They got a player ad at this point. I feel like they should be abusing that, and it's a scout too, so they really should be abusing that by sending in soldiers for a sack. And they've sent one in, but it got shut down. But
yeah, it was. I feel a little too late. Their soldier spawners came up way too early for that. We do see some off classes on last tier. Varna playing engineer. That's the only one that we see right now. Spade looks like he's just respawning soldier. Nothing special here. Looks like we're just going to see even Uber's stalemate with one sentry gun on last.
Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting.
Fane looks like he's checking for stuff in spawn right now. I don't think he's going to commit to this spy. He is just, looking in spawn, seeing what he can get, information he can get, I should say. But everyone's on cookie clatter classes right now.
Yeah, really not much to be said. Just, I think blue team are all huddled up actually right now together. They're probably having a team chat about what they're going to do.
Sending Spade in right now, actually. Spade is on Deft. Deft takes so much damage. Deft goes down.
They should be taking a side right now. With the demo down, you can actually just walk through doorways with your demo and just... the soldier, the one roamer by himself, they should be abusing that and actually taking ground off a demo pick and going for a force. But they've actually got 2 players. I don't know why they're not doing anything.
Yeah, it looked like Rocky really wanted to do something there, but Doggerel was really far back with his combo scout.
Yeah,
they actually got forced. Yeah, I should say Fane died to get the force there. We actually did miss that.
Even still, like even if he gets forced, I feel like that 2-player ad, they should still be trying to do something, as long as they had an eye on where their medic was.
Ivan is standing on 2 stickies. He does use... Oh my god, I just noticed Ivan was walking around on 2 stickies. If Moop had det at all there, he would have dropped 100%. TJ going forward with that Uber, seeing if he could do anything. Yeah, he dies for that. Oh, actually, Ivan gets a frag on the scout there, and they're 3 down right now, losing only TJ. Yeah, Doggerel holding way back in their choke. Even though he does have Uber, this is definitely a position for the red team to flood in and get that force.
Very dicey for them to be in right now. They're just going to get forced unless they're looking to use it aggressively. Yeah, they're just... they were just too far back. Like, when you're a player disad like that and you have Uber ads, you need to be either really forward, ready to punish them the moment they come into you, or you need to be really far back in order to preserve the Uber ad. It's actually working out okay with them.
Caught here. Doggerel gets caught. Yeah. This is some scout dueling right on the flank, and it is Ray's the sole survivor of that.
That's just an overcommittal by Ivan's team. I feel like they had a 3-player advantage and they somehow lost everyone getting that force.
Or Raze nearly gets crushed. Raze does get crushed. super
by the ground.
Yeah. That midi was pretty close. I don't know if stream caught that, but yeah, that was pretty close midi.
So another stalemate. on mid-second again. I wonder how many soldier bombs it's going to take before this stalemate's broken.
I mean, I
Any
guess,
bets?
yeah, I reckon at least 4. Although Ivan is standing on a sticky trap again. No, it's finally getting cleared by TJ. There we go. Ivan just keeps standing on stickies and not getting punished for it.
He's a Chad man. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I reckon we see at least 3 soldier bombs from each team before something happens here.
Actually,
Like,
red team's positioning themselves like they think they have Uber ad. Yeah, they're coming through Cafe and it looks like they're going to push out. Yeah, they think they have Uber advantage. This is probably not going to end well for them, actually, as long as Doggerel saves everyone, which is exactly what's happening.
Fane manages to get the force on pretty early, though, so Uber's faded about the same time, but the positioning is all on the side of blue team.
Oh, Spade dies somewhat to death. Schuper's, yeah, he's been isolated, so they've got a player advantage right now. They should be trying to abuse that, probably get someone behind while they're pushing in from other angles.
Yeah,
But
it looks like
they're
that's
doing
what
that.
Hertz is trying to do right now, as he's trying to flood in through this flowers area. Moop
Yep.
doing quite a lot of damage to Deft in the
this is
choke
really good
area.
by Hertz.
Oh, big arrow from Ivan to keep Deft alive. Oh, and Rocky gets punished as he tries to go for the low health frag on Deft. That arrow changed the tide of that fight really, really quickly.
Yeah.
Nice pipe
Crossbow's
onto Moop,
balanced.
though. I know, right? Nice, yeah. Nice pipe onto Varna there, losing his life, and they do opt to back up and hold mid right now, as Doggerel does have about a 50% Uber ad, coming up to 50% Uber ad right now.
That's surprising, actually, considering they traded at essentially the exact same time.
Yeah,
they
their
probably
Uber's
have no
faded
idea,
within
though.
1% of each other.
They probably just don't have any idea. And Varna's on Spy.
Rocky is on Spy.
Oh, I think they're both actually going for Spy plays and not just checking. Holy shit. Sorry, whoops. Swear count number 1.
Rocky nearly got found by a rocket jump from Fane just there. That was really, really close.
I'm going to watch Rocky, because Rocky's
I'm on
usually
Rocky
more
camp.
cringe.
He's right on the combo.
Yeah.
He forces!
Force the Uber!
Varna is still up on Spy. Varna is still up on Spy too. I don't know where he is right now. Decloaking is heading towards the point, but the bomb comes in. Doggerel doesn't use. I don't think they know Varna's on Spy. He uses the gun! Bruh.
Doggerel had more balls still than Ivan did, I guess. Oh man,
Well,
I
Doggerel
would
does
not
get
be happy
forced
with
in
that.
the end, though. Nice soldier play from Schuper there to get the force. But they do lose so many for that, and that is actually
might
a
be a
saw
round.
coming in too. Hertz is really, really low, but they're just going to regroup here on their
Leave one to
probably
cap and
about
keep going.
50% ad by the time Ivan spawns here. This is going to be pretty big ad.
They can keep pushing, which is exactly what they're doing. Yep, and I think they're gonna, yeah, they're gonna close this out. There's no way that Deft kills all of them. Yes, I say that. Oh, okay, yep, they got it.
Very close though. He nearly activated his almonds just then, but it wasn't quite enough.
Hasn't been watching enough Joe Rogan podcasts lately. Needs to watch some more.
Have you tried DMT? But yeah, that's the first round, falling to actually the underdogs in my opinion there, especially seeing as this is the third place versus the second place team. Doggerel actually taking a fair bit of damage as we head into this next mid. Deft hitting quite a few stickies. Schuper is really, really deep. Really aggressive bomb from Fane. Following that up too, he does manage
nice
to
bomb.
get Doggerel right there, but Fane and Varna both
They're gonna
fall.
collapse. They're gonna Xeno
Yeah,
onto
this
them.
collapse is huge.
Wow. Okay, there's no way that Ivan gets out. Actually, people might be hurt. Yeah, they're too hurt to chase, but that was almost a complete Xeno play right there. If people don't know what a Xeno play is, it's basically when you lose your medic and then all 5 of you swarm the enemy team and somehow manage to win the fight and wipe the enemy team.
When Sean walks into a rocket.
Yeah, when Sean's unaware.
But yeah, they do win that mid, but at the cost of 100% Uber ad on Ivan right now, as he's now starting. Oh, there's a goblin in. Schuper is in such a good position. No, Josh, actually, Spade is in such a good position.
That was heads up play by Spade. Good work by
Yeah,
him.
that was really nice from Spade.
Oh,
And I
Rocky's a bust.
apologize for calling him the wrong soldier. Rocky loses his life, but
That's a
trades
good
with
trade.
TJ.
That's a very good trade, though. Actually, it might be meaningless in the end, actually, because they're probably going to wait for their Uber anyway to push off that. Yeah, I think they'll probably just wait till Rocky spawns.
Yeah, Doggerel is on about 90 right now, so they'll probably just wait the sort of 2 seconds there, and by then TJ is up.
Oh, this could be huge, actually. They're kind of close to... Oh, no, they've backed off now. Most of the team actually seems forward. They're going for a double back cap right now, and the flank's actually dying, though. Blue team's in, they haven't used. They could probably keep going considering they got a pick. And I think they're choosing to delay the spawns, actually, by stacking.
Yeah, what happened there was that everyone ran behind. They sent 2 soldiers and a scout back for the 2 soldiers that were behind, trying to force some sort of backup play. So they did slow them down just a little bit there. But it is now even Ubers with 2 soldiers down. They're going to flood in through here, is blue team.
Should be a free second. There's no way that red should hold this, even though they have Uber. Blue's got all the positioning and everything, and it's even Ubers. Yeah, it's exactly what they're doing. It's a smart play by red to go back to last here.
Yeah,
Set up a
definitely.
sentry. Like, I feel like even though it's even Ubers, I feel like Sentry is a must, especially on this point. There's like too many entrances for a soldier can get in quite easily, like creative speed shots and whatnot. And a Sentry can really help deny those sort of bombs. But they're not setting one up. So
yeah, it looks like Fane's just checking to see if there's any shenanigans in spawn right now. They are actually flooding into lobby right now, and they're forcing TJ all the way back out of this lobby point. Rocky's in, and actually Fane has committed to this spy right now. He went out through the lower area now.
Oh, big move. Got 2 picks for the trap.
That was Fane walking into his second trap while he was completely invisible.
Oh, that would be really upsetting. They shouldn't trade here. They should be using this as a force play right now. They hopefully blue doesn't use and they do the right thing.
Yeah, Spade is in really deep there. Trust in his team there from Ivan, and the second rocket doesn't come out. Ivan is looking like he's going to get that pack and then walk forward through the left side, right side from the defender's
TJ
perspective even.
Yeah,
dog roll is going to get forced here, otherwise he's going to drop Hertz. Yeah, there we go. He's forced out nice and early, but it looks like Ivan's going to get caught. Yeah, the trade comes in, but dog roll looks like he's too far forward and could get caught right now.
I feel like Def could have jumped then and like cut off all of dog roll's exit.
Gets Ivan.
Oh, Ivan, he's not having a good game. He's probably not happy right now. First gets forced by Rocky's pistol, now arrowed by dog roll.
That was, that's a Barra moment, and they're just 2 up now, 2 soldiers on last. Looks like the heals are now walking forward into that. 2 soldiers really low, just a medic spawning up now, doing what he can. Fane is actually beasting this, but Moop is doing so much damage. Little bit of a spam rocket there coming in. Points being played, too little, too late, and that is the second round on the board. This 3rd place team with 2 mercs is doing so much work against them right now, Paulsen.
Isn't Spade's team second place? Spade's team is second place.
Oh, are they?
Yes, so they're actually, the underdogs are getting owned right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. My faith in Doge was too strong.
And I should mention though, Varna's team actually has a merc as well. Doge is typically their pocket, but for some reason he's not playing and Super is instead.
Yeah, that's the factor, the Doge effect.
Yeah, no knucklehead factor in there. And who's that? Super just got killed. It looks like blue team's winning this actually quite convincingly this mid.
Yeah, definitely. Varna looks like
he's going to lose everyone.
Sorry. Yeah, Ivan does look like he's going to lose his life. Only the Demo Man and a soldier are losing their life there. They're going to walk forward and see if they can get this second for free. Hopefully convert this into an easy last push, Paulsen.
Sorry, I've just been corrected. Actually, you were right. The underdogs are Spade's team. I'm an idiot. Sam's just told me in chat. So we might actually are second on the ladder. But that being said, I do think both of these teams are very even at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't
mentioned
really
it at
think
the
there's
start.
more underdog than the other.
There's not much between the top few teams this season. It's been a really exciting season.
I think Copper Clock is a little bit like just has that edge on the rest of the teams at the moment. But yeah, the other 3 are pretty close. But it looks like they've got full ad, but like a significant ad right now that could be using in any moment. They're getting in.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to
for free.
Fane does jump in and force that, does lose his life for it. And now they're just starting to flood forward. It looks like Hertz is actually taking quite low, so a lot of the rest of the Uber has to be on him.
It's a bit of a disaster push.
And that's cost 2, now 3 players because of that. Yeah, now we see Ray's going to lose his life. Oh, Ray's actually does win that duel with TJ on the flank. And it's just deft. It's just deft in the medic right now. Rocky's jumping forward, seeing if he can pressure something. Gets absolutely farmed by deft.
Barbara's going to run.
900 IQ sticky trap.
I didn't catch that, but I'm sure it was huge. But yeah, Ivan's got basically a full Uber ad at this point, and Hertz is on Spy. Actually, I think he's going to be going for the back cap. If I know Hertz well, and yeah,
he is actually he's leaked behind right now. There is no one on last right now. Does he get it? Does he get it?
There's no one to stop him. He's going to be taunting any moment. Oh no!
Super! He loses the duel!
Oh, no, he lost it!
Oh, the guitar comes out on point.
It's never gonna let Super live that down.
Oh no. Yeah, this is actually 3-0. This is not the result that I was anticipating here. Is the Doge factor that strong?
Doge truly is probably one of their best players, so it is a shame that Doge isn't here. I mean, that being said, though, Shupa is a very good soldier as well, and he has 5 ping, so he's diseased. So he brings that with his team.
Shupa does
that new
win that.
factor in. And
Yeah,
he won.
does
Yeah,
win
look at
that
that
duel.
5 ping in action. There we go. Looks like they might actually lose this anyway.
Yeah, Ivan forced to back out with his scout here. Some arrows being eaten on both teams right now. They're choosing to refight this. TJ fancies himself against Hertz. Well,
Wow,
the
that
meds
was
go
good.
down. Now this is Sunshine mid MGE.
Hertz gonna lose this. There's no, yeah.
Yeah. Beef.
Hertz is good at scout, but I feel like TJ is probably the upper edge in terms of 1v1 ability on that class. That's just out of pure, like, just TJ's been playing it for a lot longer and a lot more consistently than Hertz has.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. Like, I mean, Hertz is obviously a very good player, but TJ has 8 billion hours on scout. But yeah, this is the mid going to the red team. This looks like the first mid that the red team has won, and it was only just by like a nipple hair right at the end there.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just going to stalemate on... Oh, actually, no, they can't, actually, considering how low the time is. And, they're getting destroyed. But honestly, I mean, I see what their plan was. Like, they can't hold. They have to try something. But it looked like that was just blind aggression. No real plan at all. And they just got absolutely mulched going for the choke. It looks like they sent 5 people through one choke, actually. Which is a bit questionable.
Yeah, they sent 3. The flank actually got brained on. I think they were getting baited. Rocky and his flank scout were playing bait games, and Vana just walked into it, and Fane also followed. They got absolutely mulched on the flank.
It's definitely garbage time at this point, so I'm expecting to see at least one Huntsman sniper before this map ends.
You have nearly 2 minutes for your dreams to be fulfilled.
I've got my fingers crossed. I hope I see 2. 2 at once, that would be great.
2 at once on each team.
Yeah. Maybe just, 4 overall. Just 4 Huntsman
Looks
snipers.
like blue team is actually going to see if they can force out another round on this. Fane jumps behind, actually does get the force as they run through this flowers area. A little bit of a jittery STV for me there, so I've just lost what happened. Looks like their Uber trade did go well, and Fane is very, very low behind them.
They're probably going to close this round out, assuming that, Hertz actually gets caught out. This could be... Yeah, I don't think they're going to
Moop looks like he's going to lose his life too. Moop actually does survive there. Meets up with Dogroll just to save his life at the end. Fane is still in a good position. Catches Dogroll. He's been behind the whole time.
Yeah, actually it's possible for Ivan's team to actually get around here, but, I mean, which won't really matter in the scheme of things, but for morale, it can mean a lot to rather get one on the board than being 0.
Oh, and there is a sentry gun going up at forward spawn by Hertz. Hertz is thinking this one's all the way through.
Sniper.
Yeah, this is 30 seconds left right now. The point is actually being played right now. The gun can't see the point. Uber charge has come out now. Gun finally does go down.
And Rocky's up on heavy and forward spawn. And they've got a pyro. Yep. This is definitely garbage time. I'm going to be following Hertz's love here.
Oh, he's in such a good position. Oh, he gets
mulched. That sucks.
Rocky actually hitting a respawn blind and not dying on heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our first game. 3-0 towards Butterfly Effect there. They actually came out on top of that and was like really, really close.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty back and forth. I mean, I do think Butterfly Effect did have like the control over the game most part. I think that mainly came down to them demolishing the mids later on in the game. It just seemed as though Butterfly Effect were winning mids far more convincingly. And I feel like I haven't looked at the logs yet, but I think the logs will probably reflect that. I think they won. Like, I think Ivan's team won 1 mid?
Yeah, they won the last mid.
Yeah.
Ivan's team, but yeah, Butterfly Effect winning the first 3 mids being quite influential for them.
Yep. So they got every round off every mid win. So I don't think it was off the mid win, but they won every round that they won the mid in.
Well, it certainly helps winning the mid.
For sure.
And definitely like last pushes, like Ivan's team wasn't as good at converting their last pushes. Sure, they had like fewer advantages, but none of them worked out for them.
Yeah. I think I need to have a look at these logs, actually. I have a better idea.
Yeah, and I guess we sort of bring Redcoat in here a little bit as you've been sitting here quietly for quite a while. What was sort of the biggest deciding factor in that game in your eyes, Redcoat?
I mean, ultimately, I think these teams have like somewhat similar play styles. They both like to just throw both their soldiers in really deep, and then just try and like win like the messy fight afterwards. And looking at the stats here, you can just see that the soldiers on red just got completely mulched, going 9 and 23, 9 and 27 respectively for Schuper and Fane, and they both got under 200 DPM. And then
TJ.
Yeah, TJ,
Yeah, I mean, you
TJ
get a
did
lot of
very
frags
well.
if soldiers jump
And
into
he didn't
you
get top
constantly.
healed. Typically, TJ gets top healed on this team.
Mm.
And he didn't get top healed, and Hertz got top healed in blue team. Actually, this is interesting. Interesting stats. But yeah, it seems as though TJ tried to pull as much weight as he can. And actually, going into this, I thought I would have said that Deft, like on a consistent basis, is probably like more reliable than Moop as a demo man. But it seems as though Moop pulled his weight quite significantly this game and actually ended up second top damaging, which is good to see.
Yeah. Also, Rocky doing very well.
Oh yeah.
Like, third top damaging the whole map, doing like way more than the other three soldiers. Just generally speaking, like the flank for Butterfly Effect seemed to get the better of the servo mutts flank for most of that game. Like looking at Fane and Varna, like Raze and Rocky, both just significantly outclassing them, it looks like.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably like, because in all these messy fights, there were lots of trades and like failed Ubers and things that just resulted in these really messy fights. And in a lot of them, I think their flank was often the deciding factor, just like winning little 1v1s here and there and just, eventually grinding out the fight.
I'd agree, and that's obviously Rocky's stats probably backs that up a bit. And I kind of wanted to touch on it quickly before the game started, but they started so quickly. Is that I do think Rocky and Spade are probably the best players on Butterfly Effect, and Rocky, yeah, definitely showing that he had a significant impact that game.
How would you rate the absence of Doge here? I mean, looking at Schuper's stats compared to imaginary Doge, do you think that played a big factor in why they couldn't take this one?
I think it could have,
yeah.
but
Well,
I
Schuper
wouldn't-
hasn't played at this level, has he, before? In an official...
not really.
Not at a semi-final, I don't think. He's definitely played Prem before, but not semi-finals.
So there could be some nerves going, like understandable nerves of Schuper at the moment, working for a team he's not even the core for at this level. So I do think Doge's experience would have had some bearing.
Yeah, I do agree that Doge would have definitely been like more of a positive impact for Red, but I would say I was on Schuper's cam for some of the game, and I did see him get like some good bombs in, but it looked like a lot of the time it was just kind of mistimed and stuff like that, and that could either be because Blue's soldiers was so effective at just destroying the combo of Red, or I should say Butterfly Effect soldiers were so effective at like just destroying the combo of servo mutts, but I don't know, maybe that's also just because Schuper's not used to playing with this team, and that's kind of just he doesn't really know their pace.
Yeah, I think we are actually heading live into our next map.
Can we ban everyone in chat that says "Let's go Hertz"? I feel like that's suitable. I feel like that's fair enough. Like everyone should be banned.
Alright, we're heading into our first mid right here. Deft is actually winning the spam duel against Moop right now. He's hit him about 3 times right now, but Rocky is in really deep onto him, and that's Ivan down. That's Schuper taken down really, really low as well. Josh jumping forward, seeing what he can do, but it's a scout. It's both scouts up versus 1 scout up on red team. It looks like blue team could take this, although that is a really nice rocket from Josh onto Fane right now, but this is a 1v1. Yeah, I don't think Hertz wins this, unfortunately.
He lived for a
1v2
while
rather.
there, though. It was actually...
Yeah, took TJ down to 11.
Yeah, that would have been insane if you won that. But yeah, it looks like blue team ended up getting that, and there's probably going to be a stalemate from mid to yard on the only 7 CP map that we play.
Yeah, I was sort of touching on that, I guess. How do you feel that this map being a much sort of... I hesitate to say older map. Is it? I assume it is older than Sunshine. Yes, it is.
It's one of the oldest
It's like
maps
a
in the
release
game.
map, isn't it?
Yeah, release map, I think. Actually, no, I don't think it's a
sure.
release map. I think it was very close to release. I could be wrong, but or it was changed significantly after release. But this is a very soldier-heavy map, though, and as I was touching on before, I think Spade's team's strength lie in their soldiers, so it could probably go in their favour.
Yeah, and that's actually Shupa walking into a trap by Moop there, gets caught out a little bit. And now we do see blue team trying to go for a sack here. Deft actually gets a counter sack onto Rocky there. There we go. Sorry, I got my team colours mixed up. They've changed team colours from last map and I'm old and can't keep up.
Looks like servo mutts are trying to break out left from those 2 soldier picks, which is a good play. They shouldn't use for this.
Oh,
and,
dog roll drops.
He drops.
Nice bomb from Fane there.
Really good by Fane.
And now, yeah, the whole team, both scouts are in such a good position to protect their medic here. Ivan doesn't even use this as a free second and hopefully a free round for them.
One scout should cap and they should keep going at this stage.
Yeah, there you go. That's what's happening. Nicely.
Oh my god, Spade. Holy crap. I think it's going to be irrelevant anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be irrelevant. They do drop, but
Bit of a Varna play there. It's worth it. But frag clip.
Yeah, you gotta get someone shouting your name as you drop a medic.
But yeah, that was really good work by servo mutts, especially Fane dropping dog roll. That was the deciding moment.
Yeah, it was a really good bomb from him in as we do head into mid number 2. Moop and Deft both exchanging these stickies here. None actually hit right now. Deft hitting the first one onto a soldier as he's forced off forwards onto this pack. Just some really nice aggression from all of red team. Varna is, sorry, not Varna, Rocky is doing so much work for his team as they are just completely shutting the blue team out.
Yeah, Ivan actually just got absolutely crushed at mid. Like, he almost got air shot to death, but he ended up basically cratering after it anyway by, I think it was Spade that shot Ivan. But yeah, that pretty convincing win, mid-win there. And they're still 2 down, actually. Then they won't have a sentry because of those late spawns. So if they start heading now, this could be an easy push. But it looks like they're going to take their time, actually, and buff players up, which is always a fair option, too. They're coming out top now.
Yeah, they have enough ad where they can do that. And speaking of Varna play, Varna is actually on sniper right now, but they do use in, so Varna just changes off on point.
This is really
and
good.
the Scouts,
so much cap time.
Scouts putting so much pressure on the point. Looks like Spade is going to lose. No, Spade lives. No, Spade craters as he accidentally walks off the edge of the pipe. But then that is the answering round in almost as quick succession. And we're now 1-1 on the scoreboard as we look like we have quite a fight on our hands for this second map here, Paulsen.
Yeah, it was good by Rocky at the end there, tying up the combo, which was probably the only players that could have contested the people on the point. So that was good by him. He ended up dying for it, but he did his job. And it looks like Deft here got here significantly faster than Moop at the moment.
Yeah, and he's got quite a lot of damage onto him, actually. Nice sticky hitting him there, but he's just waiting for his medic right now. And the soldier bombs are coming in.
Look at that.
Really nice bomb.
It died instantly.
Varna, Shupa go down. Moop trades his life. Some really nice damage onto Ivan, and it's just Deft alive behind them in their own choke. He should die.
Deft should just,
he needs to die.
Nah, just sticky jump in. Nah, okay.
He should have died 20 seconds ago. Yeah, now that is an extra 15 seconds that he's behind his whole team.
Yep, that's probably going to be quite significant, actually, for second, assuming that they can get there fast enough. But it looks like this... looks like the spawns are pretty slow, actually. Nah, the Deft kill actually won't really mean much in the end. But yeah, Rocky, I just want to mention this, like, so in case he does it again, but Rocky did this neat little jump that actually Rain... I think the first player I ever saw do it was Rain back in, like, 2013. Like... You come out as Roma on catwalk and you do a wall jump all the way up to on top of the enemy team's lamp, and you just sit up there looking down on the players.
Yeah, I think the player who does it the most now is Starkey. He does the long,
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very funny play to do as a soldier because no one can really do anything other than like a soldier shooting rockets up at you. But that's like, if a soldier's there shooting rockets up at you, you're wasting their time. Like, they should be forward pressuring the enemy team, not doing garbage like that.
And to be honest, I think that's a lot of what happened that mid is they were all going, oh my god, he's on the lamppost. Oh, but here we go, Spade is in. Oh, nice rocket onto Ivan.
Oh, dog roll's he's gonna hold this. Yes, that was nice. Good work by her to protect his
Yeah, and that is actually a force coming out onto Ivan right now. He gets forced as Rocky jumps into him.
Yeah, and they're going to have a significantly better Uber, obviously.
Yeah, Ivan
doesn't have Uber now.
100%.
Yeah. It looks like this should definitely be a second.
Oh,
actually,
Shupa gets
kills
dog roll.
That's a really good play.
Yeah, that was a nice play by him jumping in there, but it looks like Vana is gonna get caught on second.
Yeah. See what Def
No,
did
he
then.
wins. He wins, and he's fighting. He wins again.
Oh no!
He goes
Vana.
forward so much. That's the demo man and a scout down. Oh my god.
I've got to give props to Deft for that situation though. One of the best things a demo can do, like, is when you're in a player disadvantageous position with players, a good demo will always manage to find a way to get at least one pick, like with a trap or like very well placed spam. And Deft did precisely that as they were trying to push in. The enemy team was trying to push in. And
or Josh hitting a pretty nice rocket there, but it looks like he's going to pay for it with his life as they do back out. That was some actually interesting bait. Ivan was holding pretty far back just then, and just as the jumps were coming in, seeing if they could get a force.
That's huge by Hertz.
That was actually really impressive, getting Def down there. But
they probably could have snowballed. Servo Mutts probably could have snowballed further if Def lived there, and Hertz like jumping in there and basically delaying. Shupa's hiding in the corner. I don't think they have any idea. He's hiding in the corner. They actually have no clue that he's there. This is huge by Shupa.
Oh yeah, Raze hasn't seen him.
Oh no! Damn, I got so excited. Oh well.
Yeah, he does live though, which I think is more important for his team right now, as these Ubers are even. And they do seem to actually want to be making a move off this player out of Rocky right now. Raze loses his life too, and Vana is going really far forward.
This is really good. They forced. Oh, this is perfect.
And this is no use from Ivan either. This is really nice. Though Spade is in behind. He's jumping forward right now. He's going to get absolutely crushed by these two scouts. There's no way he lives here. There he goes, dying away. And this is 100% Uberad right now on the side of Ivan. This sniper though, Rocky.
Oh no!
Rocky!
Oh, Ivan. This is bad luck, man.
Highlights of that Brutalix vid.
A lesson in movement. Everyone should go watch that video on YouTube as soon as you possibly can.
But yeah, that shot has turned this round.
Gets panned by Moop. I hope that was caught. I hope that was caught on cam. Feign Spy actually. I think he got bumped into.
Yeah, he bumped by Hertz. Oh, bad luck.
But yeah, that means Red team now has a 40% ad. They'll probably wait to get this, and this is actually not a fun push. Especially when you know the enemy team has a spy as well, you're definitely going to have to leave a player at last. But pushing into second, even with Uberad, is pretty much a nightmare. I think one of the best things you can do is, and Jasmine used to do, was like we have a soldier and a scout Uber through top, just immediately jump at them.
Yeah, these soldiers are coming in now. Oh, Feign
they're
gets
trying to get him without Ubering.
Feign actually, he got seen.
Wow, move.
No, Feign does die in the background there. Yeah, some really nice soldier aggression just there.
That's see, like Def got that pick right there. That's perfect. Like that's exactly what you need to be doing as a demo man. Like that was really good. But that was unacceptable by Servo Mutts in general, though. They can't let them get second for free, Granary second for free without Ubering. That's just bad. People were just getting caught out, I think.
Yeah, Rocky jumping in there, seeing if he can get something onto Ivan, but only just manages to escape with his life, as we do see Ubers even up yet again, and no off classes to be seen. Vana goes in for a sack, walks into a trap. Unfortunately, nothing going for him there. Counter sack looks like it's trying to come in at some point. No, Feign is just standing there spamming right now. No counter sack at the moment.
Yeah, Moop's got Vana's number at the moment. Oh, someone's actually in. Yeah, Spade gets the force off actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, manages to get the force. This is actually really good. And Doggerel's going to hold this. Yeah, that's... Okay, well, that's a really good play by Spade. And off the back of that, Butterfly Effect are going to be able to probably get a mid off this, hopefully without using for them, for their sake.
Yeah, these two scouts are doing such a good job.
Oh, just like... He's going to stab Rocky. Please get Rocky, for the love of God.
No, he gets Doggerel.
No, he's going for the medic.
Oh, beef!
Beef, man, no. Should have killed Rocky and taunted. Should have done the Elmo.
And this is actually Moop jumping forward. He might get caught out a little bit here, and Shupa does die, but the Uber has not yet been forced off Doggerel here. They're getting so much space for free right now, and they're just playing the point.
They should probably keep going. Like, they've got a player ad right now and Uber ad, and it's dwindling, so they should be using that to walk in.
Oh, and Rocky dies.
Oh, that's good by Def. Like, again, again, those random picks in those disadvantageous situations is what makes a good demo man a good demo man.
Yeah, that's going to give enough time for these Ubers to even out here. Looks like Ivan's team wants to make a little move through upper here. Fane does lose his life though, and they do opt to back all the way up just to holding this last here. Rocky is on Spy right now. Is he checking things? No, he is actually committed out. He's committed out onto this. Hurts dies.
That's okay. They were already they had a player ad, so it's okay to do. It's not that bad. And in fact,
Moop gets deft. Nice pipe in, but Rocky is in behind right now.
It's
on Spy.
actually kind of good that Hurts died because it kind of distracts the
Rocky's
team.
decloaking right now on Spy.
He's been spotted. He's gonna pistol Ivan again. No, he forced him.
And Moop is playing the point all the time there. Looks like Moop is going to die here. Dog roll, if he's not far back enough, gets forced here. They do get forced, actually. This could work out for them. Depends on how much damage these two scouts do, and it does look like they're actually doing quite a lot of damage on the point, but Hurts does lose his life. Raze does lose his life. Really nicely played. Dog roll running for his life right now.
I didn't see how much damage Rocky did with his pistol. All I know is that Ivan had to pop just before he got butter knifed to death by Rocky. Not even a backstab, it's just a stab in the face.
Yeah, he hit two pistols I saw, and that's fear. If you see a Spy hit two pistols on you, you pop. Because you hit...
Sorry, the chat's saying that Ivan took no damage.
Oh, really?
Apparently. Yep.
Wow.
It's been unfortunate, but and it doesn't matter anyways because they're taking mid. They're actually managed to get off their last and they're taking mid somehow. I might have missed exactly how that happened, but maybe the Uber actually.
Rocky got caught out in yard and they kind of just flooded forward based off that pick and the spawn timers.
Okay. Well, they've got an ad at the moment. I think they're kind of trying to use it. They're probably going to pick Rocky right here.
Looks like Moop is going to die too. Rocky and Moop, except the Uber just comes up on dog roll. Their blue team is actually really, really far back right now. They're far back enough to kite this, and that is actually really, really well kited from blue team as their red team Uber gets nothing.
Yeah, it's a shame because Hurts actually demolished TJ as TJ was pushing forward. He's juggling with scattergun shots, but this is going to be probably just a stalemate at this point. I think they're going to actually push off this and maybe try and get some ground off their player ad, and it looks like they are.
Deft gets caught though on the other side, but it means that all the damage he's done is being capitalized on by all the ground that they have taken.
Up now.
Yeah, Rocky dies too. Shupa is doing a lot of damage right now. Varna can clean this up so easily.
Fane's going to come in and win this. Fane's got this. It's over.
But the spawn up in Spade gets quick frags. But the medic just walks on the point, and that is the second round up on the side of blue team right now.
Yeah, this is a really close map. I didn't I was a bit worried considering that Spade's team won 3-0 like pretty convincingly on the less soldier dominant map, but it seems as though that Ivan's team, I really should say their names, but Ivan's team is putting up a big fight here and actually are in the lead.
Yeah, and this is actually Deft hitting quite a few stickies, but he's forced all the way backwards here as these two soldiers jump really, really aggressive. Rocky trying to do the same bomb as before, does trade his life with TJ right there. Deft goes down too, as does Josh, but Fane is in on Dog Roll. Dog Roll is forced to surf into a really bad spot as everyone walks all over him now, but it is actually Ivan going down right now. Hurts and Raze teaming up right now. Raze is really, really low health with nothing loaded. Varna wins that still with a buff. Yeah, the sole survivor to cap that out for his team as the blue team wins yet another mid.
Yeah, just a messy, chaotic fight at the end there. It looked like the soldiers died pretty early on both teams. Yeah, just ended up being a scout fest at the end. But yeah, it's gonna stalemate probably again. Even Ubers, no off classes as far as I can see. Ivan's got a bit of an Uber ad. Don't know if that means he has crits. I don't think he does. No, it just spawned a bit earlier. So they're probably just going to be sending some soldier sacks in. Or, TJ dies actually, so it's a scout sack.
TJ actually
Do you want to call it the sack?
Yeah, he actually cops a pipe that hit a soldier there, I think. But yeah, we do see TJ going down. The counter sack does look like it's coming in. Spade is quite deep right now. Spade actually leaves and Rocky kills Shupa. That's really big.
Yeah, that's a soldier down. That means a lot of free space and like free entry to get in.
And they're taking
Rocky
that
is
right away.
owned by Dev. Nice air shot.
Rocky and Spade are in right now. Spade coming in on the same jump as that, hitting one splash rocket onto Ivan. Looks like he's getting chased out by Fane and TJ. There we go. Yeah, they're now 2 soldiers down. Unfortunately, that double soldier bomb didn't get anything, despite how quick they were.
Now, no soldiers on the red team, which means that should be a free entry for them. They should be just bullying the hell out of them. Doggerel drops the Dev's random pipe. Oh, no.
He actually surfs a rocket into a pre-fired pipe from Deft.
That's so unfortunate, man. Oh, wow. That's probably going to be around unless the flank of Butterfly Effect can come in and work miracles. But it seems as though blue team's combo is playing perfectly right now. They're trying to bait and take their time. And yeah, the enemy team's just too low in health to step forward anymore.
Flank on red actually bought quite a lot of time just there. Allows some of these spawners to come up, which means the gun is going up, but it is still 100% Uber on the side of blue team.
Yep. So if they've got a gun, they really should be, like, every team should always do this. They should try their best to spot where the gun is first, not blindly Uber in. Doesn't look like anyone has done that, but they're going top, which gives them an option to go left or right. So hopefully they spot the gun quite early. But this Heavy's body...
Yeah, Raze actually gets the force super early. The gun does go down though. Right at the end.
They got the gun and the Heavy. That's really good. This is a round. There's no way they lose. They got basically 2 quick picks to Sentry. It's a really good Uber, and yeah, that's round.
Yeah, Deft actually... Moop actually did quite a lot there, but Deft and his scout partner came in and just cleaned up, like, wrecked shop there, and that is a very successful Uber, and now we have 3-1 on the board, Paulsen.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just... One sec. Could you take this
beer caps. Did you just steal your beer?
Sorry, I'm a bit busy right now. Can you take this mid?
Deft and Moop changing stickies on point right now. Moop actually takes an arrow from his medic and survives that. Deft looks like he's going to get taken down. Deft and TJ go down with only Raze being the counter frag there. Shupa looks like he's going to get caught out on the top there. Super low health. Fane jumping in to see if he can do some distraction here, but Spade does manage to get that frag. Varna looks like he's walking forward with all his heals there. Some nice arrows from Ivan to keep his team in this fight right now, but Doggerel is also hitting some arrows of his own, and it looks like the player ad is slowly starting to go towards red team right now as they have all the positioning too. There we go. They have finally decided to concede this point and back out to their own yard as red team do take a mid off blue team right now. It's not really pushable right now, only Varna being down. Even Ubers, it is definitely a spot where you would consider a sack though. Is your beer cleaned up, Paulsen?
My beer is ready to go. And I wanted to say that this at this time in the game when you're like 2 up, right? So much as 2 up at this point. This is the point where I found an experience is that this is where teams will tilt, even if you're in the lead. Like this point, this will probably make Spade's team be more aggressive on mids, and I wouldn't be surprised if Spade's team starts winning more of mids.
The soldiers in, Ivan not even taking any damage.
Goodbye, Ivan. But yeah, I'm trying to say is that I feel like at this point I wouldn't be surprised if Ivan's team starts losing more mids, because this is where you get a bit concerned about losing that lead you've got for yourself. So it'd be interesting to see how the rest of this goes. But hopefully servo mutts can keep up this good aggression. And oh, okay, that's not good. They shouldn't be losing 2. They're probably going to have to give up yard here, actually.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting prepared to do just that, as Shupa did frag himself with a nice rocket onto the medic, but unfortunately nothing going there. And yeah, Fane getting caught out just on the side there. Varna actually eating a nice sticky from Moop too, as they're starting to pressure this point. Still even Uber's Fane 1 second away from being spawning, but this lunchbox area is being played. Doggerel takes fair bit of damage.
Oh,
and actually does use there. Yeah, that was nice by Shupa. The Uber is forced out. Raze looks like he's trying to duel Fane up the top, but does lose his life for it. Deft dies too, though, but Ivan's not using. Everyone is so low on his team, though.
Fane really salvaged that for them. They lost Deft, which is really bad. Like, I mean, not bad. I mean, it's like you don't want to lose a demo on holding second. It's just very difficult to hold with that one. But Fane salvaged by getting 2 kills, and they're actually still pushing with their Uber ad, chasing their medic really hard. But
yeah, Doggerel does get out though, meeting up with Raze and Rocky, but this midpoint falls basically for free.
Yeah, they've still got a 60% Uber ad, and Def will be here. And I feel like this Uber ad isn't big enough to really use slowly. So I think this would be the prime time chance. Yeah, and this being true,
Raze is actually sniping in the forward spawn. So if they try to get through here without using, Rocky actually gets someone with the Gremlin spot. Gets huge. Yeah, quick force out there. Raze is still in this forward spawn there. He looks like he's just going to quickly back spawn though. But yeah, I haven't seen someone not check that corner for so long, and did I just hear someone say Rocky lives?
Wow.
Bruh moment.
Leave. What the hell? Okay, well...
What the
now,
dang heck?
Butterfly Effect actually has a 20%, no, 80% Uber ad. And they're going to be pushing... this is big enough to take their time. I reckon they could go left side and slowly push them out, but they're going to really have to check for traps.
Looks like, yeah, they're trying to go
going
for
right.
Gary
It's
here.
a good call, considering the demo was on left. So they're kind of getting for free. They're going to have to watch for a bomb, that inevitable bomb that's in.
That bomb does
oh.
come in, yeah, nice
we go.
not using from dog roll. I feel that his, like, balls are growing a little bit now.
That's good.
He's not using as easy as he was in the other map, and I think that's helping his team quite a lot.
I think, oh, they lost 2. Yeah, they can't hold that yard at all. Yeah, no, that was a good play by Blue. They probably just have to equalize here on yard. Sorry, on second. They might... I don't think they're going to... Rocky's denying them entry. There's no way they can even defend second. That was really good. Really well played by Red Team to even just go basically from their second to the enemy second without using their Uber
and
at
those,
all.
yeah, as you say, those 2 soldiers being really far forward, just locking out any sort of aggression that they could have. Schuper actually does lose his life. Not sure if he was going in for a sack there or if he just walked into a pipe, but he does lose his life. And we do see Varner up on Engineer on Blue Team as they are sort of turtling a little bit here in this even Uber situation. Now we do see players going in, the soldiers jumping in right into that gun. Spade lives though.
He lives! What on earth?
And Fane dies.
That should not happen. How does Spade get out? Wow.
Yeah, they're actually managing to do quite a lot with that ground that they took on the right side there from the attacker's perspective. And we do actually see them just choose to back out and wait for someone else to walk into a pipe, I guess.
Yeah, I think judging by Schuper's capital lol in chat, I think something ridiculous must have happened. Some accidental pipage. But yeah, I expect to see some sort of sack coming in soon. It's going to be difficult with a sentry. And in fact, TJ's on spy. No, he's just checking classes. But they're probably just trying to work out what to do with the sentry. It's only level 1 behind the tire, actually. Barnes upgrading it now, though.
Yeah, I mean, the onus is on them to make something happen really soon, though, because there's about 6 minutes left, and they need 2 rounds
Rocky's
in that
in.
time. Hertz, Rocky are both in. Hertz loses his life. Raze loses his life. Rocky
a
loses his life. Josh loses his life. There you go.
So a 4-man sack's actually not that bad to do on this point. If you've got a competent demo to like really lock it down the second, but and take a trade to delay for your forwards, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. I think
they get 3 forwards anyway. It's only Spade who might miss out on this forward, so they can definitely fight yard.
For sure. I think oh, they're not though. That seems... Oh, they've got
Rocky on
flanking
spy.
behind.
Rocky on spy.
Yeah,
oh no, sorry, not Rocky on spy. Hertz on spy. Rocky in behind, and Hertz on spy
really
also in behind.
This is actually
The
huge.
decloak is coming out there. Varna's seen him
He
though.
heard it. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. Varna's got the riot shred alert cloak hack or something, because that's insane that he heard him. Oh my god. But yeah, that's unfortunate. That would have been a huge flank play by Spade. But sorry, by Spade's team rather. But they're just gonna have to hold yard in the end. But this is really good for servo mutts, though, considering there's only 5 minutes left and they're 2 rounds up. It's gonna force Spade's team to start taking some risky plays that will typically like barely ever favor them. And it looks like they're doing that right now, actually. Or
yeah,
rather,
Spade is
Spade's
in
going for
really
a sack.
deep onto Ivan. Ivan doesn't use to idiots there. He's on 30 health and he's fine. Yeah, if he was any closer though, that rocket would have dropped him.
Yeah, I mean, typically you don't go for a sack while you're defending. When it's even players, you wait for the attacking team to sack first. But again, they're just forced to do this risky stuff with so little time left. It's so forward. Look at that. It's trying to get a kill. Just going to keep doing these sort of things. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a trade come out at some point, and like 9 times out of 10 it'll probably end badly for them.
Yeah, I mean, they got to do something. 5 minutes left for 2 rounds.
Yeah,
if they don't do something now, here we go. The
this
trade.
is bad.
But look
They
at
can't even
Ivan's
force.
positioning. He uses so late right now. Schuper actually might die, and Varner is on Putus on mid right now.
That's a bit of a... I don't know. That feels like a bit of a pussy from Ivan. I don't know. Maybe I missed someone else.
Ivan dies. Rocky is doing so much right now.
Wow. I feel like... Jeez, and I feel like Ivan could have like juked around a little bit more, because Hertz was so like tunneling the crap out of him. I feel like he could have juked like further around the crates and actually held onto his Uber entirely, but But yeah, didn't happen. Looks like red team's actually small camping blue team right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Varna on heavy actually cost them that because he couldn't move. He was just kind of locked in a corner and ate a whole bunch of spam and just died as the heals were forced onto him rather than anything else. So a little bit of a Varna Putis play actually I think was a bit detrimental.
Well, and I think I didn't catch it, but they might have actually delayed mid in order to make them all spawn in the forwards, which is actually not a bad play. It like delays their enemies like set up on last. So it's a pretty smart play. It looks like they've got 40% ad. They're coming in right now. They're not going to kill it heavy, but Hertz is going to play the point. They're going to force people towards them into the
and here
meat
come the
grinder
soldiers
stickies.
jumping forward. Looks like that is the meat grinder coming up right now. Oh, Spade had a really nice rocket onto Fane just then. And it looks like his team is definitely going to win that. But Ivan hits the saw. Ivan hits that saw. You need to bounce him. There we go. Nice. Oh. So close. Clutch saw, unfortunately too little too late. This is definitely doable. We can easily see this go to a golden cap or even go the way of the other team right now with 3-2 on the board and about 3 minutes left, Paulsen.
If Servo must lose this mid, then I feel like this is the tilt that I was touching on before. Like, I feel like it's entirely possible that they'd be very upset at the fact that they just gave away that round considering the position they were in. So if they lose this mid, then they're all grouped up in depth core. They're going to get... Oh, Rocky got actually...
Yeah, Rocky jumps right into that. And Spade was now playing on top of that pipe right now. Fane doing a counter bomb right now. Shupa doing the same bomb in there. And so low.
Oh, no. So yeah, okay, that's unfortunate. They were so far back. Like, they had 5 people in dev corner. That was very odd. I don't know why it took them so long to get out or what they were doing there, but maybe it's that tilt.
Yeah, I mean, your long, wrinkly brain rears its head again, and you're calling what's happens 5 minutes before it happens. Do we see them take this round, Paulsen?
It's possible. I don't know. That's a very hard call to make, but honestly,
I'm
calling
it's
it. It's going to get a golden cap. I feel like it's going to golden cap.
Even Uber's here as well. They're going to have to see if they can make something happen, but the Putis and the Engineer are up right now. That Brass Beast is not letting anyone easily through that choke point, and does it stalemate out? 1 minute and a half left. They've got to go for something now if they want a chance for a secondary Uber.
They have a chance to do some sort of sack play first. Like, red team could really like go in and do some sort of sack play. They have time. With the sentry down, yeah, okay, they've still got time. They can do a sack play and try and force the medic. And actually, no, they're coming in for a trade, actually. That's what, they're probably just going to trade, and they're going to get out, get crit heals, and re-push aside. Def has got left side... Oh, okay, that's really good by Def. That's probably going to put the nail in the coffin for this push. And oh no! Oh, that was so close. That was insanely close, actually.
Yeah, that was so close.
Might have been the STV, actually.
A little bit of STV lag, as I think that might have been the game actually finishing in STV.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, okay, maybe... My brain isn't as wrinkly as you thought. I don't think it would go to golden cap. I'd be very surprised if Spade's team managed to somehow win a round with an 60% Uber disad at this stage.
Ivan does go down though to Spade, jumping in behind. He gets TJ and Ivan. He does lose his life for it, but Rocky is jumping forward. They definitely have a chance to settle this up.
Oh no, it's a throw.
This is definitely... I'm having a lot of trouble in my STV right now, but they are capping this point up and heading in with 3 players down. The gun is only just up on Varna if they play this point right now, and that's a scout on the point. That's Raze on the point. This goes to golden cap. No way does this happen.
This is so...
Oh, and it happens less than 10 seconds left on the timer, and they push it to golden cap.
Can't believe it. I should have stuck with my instincts, man. I can't believe that happened. That's insanely well played, or rather,
oh my god.
I didn't see what happened because I was too busy talking about the STV. But
Spade owned them, man. He literally went in and killed Ivan, and then a fully buffed TJ afterwards. And then Def got caught out, like he was too forward. Rocky jumped him. He just got chased down, and they just went into last and just overwhelmed them. That was actually like a huge throw. I don't know why you'd ever go into yard there if you were blue team.
Like, even just without the Uber too. Like, wait for the Uber at least. Like, wait in the little enclosed area.
If you just sit in second there, there's literally no way you ever lose.
Exactly. Like,
Just
Like,
get
without-
traps up, have soldiers play up on height, and just grind, just get Uber, and then
How
like
did Spade get onto the medic exactly? Was he
I
hiding,
didn't
or
actually
did he-
see. I only
He
saw the
just
end
jumped,
of it when
man.
he
He
killed
just
TJ.
jumped forward. Like, he was in yard, and he just jumped their combo and won against a fully buffed combo scout. Like, it was
and
wild.
medic.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's it's really unfortunate for servo mutts, but
The
I think-
wonders of 5 ping.
yep. Well, Shupa's got 5 ping too, so the diseased players cancel each other out in this
That's
scenario.
true,
but
actually.
but I think I mean, Spade's team definitely had the momentum going into this golden cap, so I'm going with my gut here and saying Spade's team's probably gonna take this,
It's got to be tilting for servo
Sure.
mutts.
especially with Hertz and Spade shit talking the moment the round ended, with Hertz saying good throw.
Nice
and
throw.
Spade,
Yeah,
nice
we'll
one.
have to save those binds for the grand final.
But yeah, well, I don't know. It's Redcoat. Is there anything you saw? Like, I mean, like obviously, Servo Mutts had the upper hand for the entire like game up until maybe 10 minutes left. Is there anything you saw that changed?
I think
on that?
it's kind of as you said. I think not really with the mids necessarily, but just with the team. I think they started to play in like a more shaky way. Like they're like, okay, we're in the lead. All we have to do is not lose. But that kind of they
Yep.
kind of lost their killer instinct in a way,
Yep.
and that kind of just allowed Hertz's team, or what is it, Butterfly Effect, to just kind of win a couple of crucial fights, and eventually just close that out.
It's
Although,
re-
that
Sorry, you
being
go.
said, that should never happen. What happened at the end there, that is just like completely unacceptable. A
Yep.
medic and a combo scout losing to a single unbuffed soldier is like beyond unacceptable.
They were isolated too, weren't they? Like they were by themselves. The rest of the
I'm
team
pretty
hadn't
sure it
caught
was
up yet.
around-
Yeah,
yard.
Deft was behind them a little bit, but like, yeah, not too far.
Well, Deft was in left yard, like he was around Z. I'm pretty sure because that's
I
where
think
Rocky
he
jumped
was.
him.
I think he was on point, and then he rotated through Z when his like combo died.
I think getting some insight from chat, but apparently Varna had pushed out of Lars's NG and put a teleporter and drop down. I don't know how true that is, but if
I didn't see that.
if that's true, that's
I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
quite-
I kind of stopped watching after that failed last attempt. I kind of just zoned out. I was like, okay, so servo mutts have got this one. We'll see what the next map is. But then I just saw like Spade kill Ivan in the kill feed, and then down goes TJ as well. And then that's just
man. I'm gonna check the logs actually to see just quickly before this game starts. I don't know how far we are from starting, but just to see what this looks like. And Moop, holy Moop, Moop's having a pounder of a night. Holy crap!
Yeah, I
Moop
think
annihilating them.
comparing Moop and Deft between this
Deft
map and the
Oh,
last
damage.
map,
Deft? Oh no,
that is like night and day. They were pretty close on the last map with Deft like out damaging him, but like
And I was talking Deft up in situations like when he was getting those picks, but I think I missed all the times that Moop was just absolutely demolishing them. Moop come.
I think
Holy
with
crap.
I think with Deft, a lot of the time he seems very passive. He's very out a lot of the time when his team's in. I'm not sure if that's like just kind of how he plays or whether that's like a disconnect between the combo or something, but you'll notice like Deft taking and dealing like incredibly low amounts of damage. He took the least and dealt the least damage of any combat class in the entire game, and
Yeah. I've always thought this. I think Def has amazing DM, and he's very like good in the sort of like more passive role as a demo member. I've always thought he's lacked a bit of that killer instinct that you mentioned a moment ago. Like I don't think he's aggressive enough.
that
sometimes.
aggressive, and I think that's probably giving Moop a lot of room to kind of do what he wants then, like
Yeah,
peek
especially in a
and-
map like Granary where I think you're kind of forced to be aggressive. Otherwise, you just get kind of demolished in chokes. Like you need to be like taking that ground aggressively.
Yeah, exactly. I'd really like to see the soldiers of Servo Mutts punish Moop a lot more, because like from experience playing demo on Granary, like you shouldn't be able to be that effective. It just shouldn't happen, really. Like if the enemy team is effectively focusing you down, which they're clearly not.
Yeah, and actually, considering that Granary is probably one of the most important maps in the game to be fast in your rollout, and Def was probably, I think, faster than Moop on most of them. the fact that Moop probably has these high damage numbers, like that especially shouldn't be happening if you're the slower demo man to mid on Granary.
Yeah, I mean, I think Def died on a lot
we're
more
going
mids
live,
too,
guys.
just due to the pressure from those soldiers. And yes, indeed, we are live in our golden cap right now. Who are you watching on this mid, Paulsen?
I'm gonna watch Moop.
The king himself. I'll watch
Yeah.
Deft. Let's see who gets there first.
And before Caster's Curse, and Moop just like debts on himself the moment he walks in the mid.
Deft is actually here at almost exactly the same time, but he does hit the first sticky on Moop right now as they both rolled out through that catwalk side. Although Deft drops down to the pack way quicker, and Moop is actually really, really low, having to take an arrow from his med. Oh, but he gets absolutely annihilated. Two soldiers. Just got slammed into that wall.
Bit of an unfortunate mid for Moop.
But yeah, now Fane is taking this high ground up here, but he looks like he's going to lose a duel to Spade there, and it looks like, yeah, blue team is forced all the way backwards, and in fact that is a wipe. And red team actually not dropping anyone.
You don't want that on a golden cap, man. It's really difficult to get back from this, and they're going to have to hold this last push from 100% full Uber disad, and yeah, it's going to be tough. So
Yeah, they're already peeking through. Razor's already peeking through this left side from the attacker's perspective right now. Guns up right now from Shupa. Sniper is coming up, taking some pot shots. That is Varna up on that sniper. We don't see any other off classes here. We don't see a Putus or anything trying to absorb some of this damage that's going to be coming in.
Right.
And here comes the damage right now. Gun is jumped by Moop. It's actually not dead. There we go. Finally going down.
It's good so far.
Fane does die too. Lots of damage coming in. Ivan actually takes a little bit himself there as he's taken down really, really low. Nice surf by him to stay alive, but he's going to have to hit some 6 saws. Just Deft.
Oh man.
Oh man.
That's got to be upsetting for servo mutts, but yeah.
That's 2 maps down, and they servo mats
that's
lost
over.
both. So that's
over.
them out of this Prem season in the semi-finals.
Third place servo mutts after an unfortunate throw at the end of Granary. That's just really unfortunate.
Yeah, to have your season get down to a golden cap like that, that's really, really bad luck.
Yeah,
Spade in the chat, man.
But yeah, Spade, they're letting him have it, man. Spade and Hurts, they're savage.
There's some tensions between these two teams.
I think this has been probably one of the most drama-filled seasons I've ever seen in All Sorts in a long time. It's been really entertaining. The top 3 teams have a lot of beef between each other. It's great. It's great to see. I wish there was more of this.
It definitely makes
it's been
it
lacking
interesting.
since Brute left. Bring back Brutalix.
But yeah, I mean, I guess we can talk a little bit more about logs and I guess what the future holds for both of these teams, though, because I mean that's definitely an underdog game for me, but they really pulled it together. What are your thoughts on that? Golden cap there, Redcoat.
Yeah, like really good aggressive mid coming out from Butterfly Effect. I was on Rocky's cam and he didn't do so much damage necessarily, but everyone looked at him, and I think that allowed Spade to get in and kill the demo, and then their team kind of just ended up winning that the messy fight that was at the end. They just focused everyone down better, and their med lived. So yeah, they just went straight into successful last push and easy clap.
Yeah, I mean, a full Uberride last push isn't super surprising that they won, but yeah, they just had the right mindset heading into that mid. I think there's a little bit of what you said, Paulsen, and blue team were a little bit tilted there.
Yeah, I think again, like it's just again touching on that. Like I've been in that situation before so many times. Like where you're up rounds and you're not quite in the invincibility zone yet, and you just like need to not lose, and it gets in your head. Like players, as Eric was saying, you stop like trying to win, and you start trying to not lose. Do you understand what I mean? Like
the mindset shift.
The mindset
this is
sort of
some
shifts.
Activated stuff, man.
Yeah, it's not good. Like you need to always keep that trying to win mentality, and I feel like that's probably what ended up happening. Like Spade's team, they flipped, like considering they were losing, like they had nothing to lose, they had to go aggressive, and they won, and they started like bringing it back, and Varna's team ended up going the opposite way. So it's unfortunate. And it's just like they would have held it again, as Redcoat touched before, if that last little throw didn't happen. But oh well. Servo goes out in third place.
Yeah, I think we do. Is there a couple of people waiting to come in for interviews here? Who do we have? I think that's Spade sitting in the waiting channel. I don't know if we're going to get any from the losing team tonight. Looks like they might be a little upsetty to come in and have a talk here. But how's about, are we going to pull Spade in here? G'day, Spade. How you going?
Hello. Very good.
How do you feel? How do you feel, man?
Ecstatic.
How does it feel to win your team the round, the final,
can I just
before
ask,
the golden cap?
what actually happened at the end when you killed Ivan and TJ? I wasn't on your cam, but how did you manage that?
You mean in the
Right before the
In
end.
yard.
When you killed Ivan and TJ.
I think I went through Gary or something and just snaked my way behind them and showed up at the shutter, and just neither of them looked at me, and TJ was standing still.
So you didn't jump them, you sneaked your way behind.
I snuck behind. I saw the NG go into lunchbox to put, I don't know, God knows what up in there. I went through.
It's true.
Oh,
We heard rumors that Varna was setting her telly up and dropped down.
That's actually tragic.
I think I walked in through Z and just killed Ivan and TJ. So
that was
that turned the tide of the end game there. Like, I think that was really a key.
I don't understand. I don't understand what they're doing in yard. Like,
yep,
that's what we said.
I think
we
Redcoat
just said
that. Yeah.
Yeah, if they just stayed in second and got traps up and built their Uber charge, there was no way they'd lose. But yeah, that. I mean, not to take away from your play, but like you could only make that play with
100%,
them.
It was pretty lucky that I got in behind. I don't know why TJ was standing still, but easy kill.
And yeah, Varna apparently getting complacent, thinking he's already won, and then I guess that's why you shouldn't BM before the game is over.
I didn't understand. I thought he was going to put a gun in there and like try to go for some kooky play, but if he was just putting a telly in there, like, come on, man. Honestly.
Well, it's clearly just like a joke thing. Like you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, but their fucking availability was a bit of a joke. Shout out to Faithless, who didn't get to play this week. He got subbed out for Hertz because he had to go to work. Very sorry for him.
How do you think that affected the outcome tonight? Was it like, I think Doge wasn't playing on their team, and obviously Faithless wasn't playing on your team?
I would say that Doge not playing would be more impactful than us swapping Hertz to Faithless.
Yeah, we were touching on that as well.
I'm not sure if Doge main calls to them, but I assume he would be fairly vocal. And
yeah, he's got
pretty
a
sure TJ.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure it's TJ for them. He kind of leads everything.
As far as I know, Doge kind of plays like a second roamer, essentially.
Yeah.
I've watched scrims where I've been surprised by how much Deft is calling, because I've played with him in the past. He hasn't called that much, but yeah, I don't know. If it's TJ, that's fine.
Yeah,
Doge obviously a lot more experience, so them having Shupa was a bit of a very good for them.
I assume Doge just fell asleep once again.
Slept through finals again.
Sleeping through finals.
He was at work, apparently.
Yeah, there's probably just an excuse. He fell asleep again. He doesn't want to admit it.
I noticed kind of on both maps, Deft, at least his stats indicated that like a lot of the time he was kind of out of the fight when he should have been, like very kind of low damage taken, deaths and things like that. Was that something that you kind of noticed when you were playing?
We did notice he was really far back, and I think one of my teammates told me, did he bottom damage on Granary?
He did.
Yeah, he dealt bottom damage
Can
and
we
took
just
bottom
all
damage.
take attention to the fact that Moop has top damaged Granary and broken the Moop curse?
We were all saying how impressed we were with Moop. Like,
yeah, and they are waiting for him to like show like this fucking massive girth of his on the golden cap, and he just ends up cratering. It was quite anticlimactic, but it was he destroyed in the regular round though. It was good to see him doing that.
He created because of his massive girth.
Hey, Rocky.
Reloaded Max.
Hi guys.
Yeah, happy they were a week on that last push. I love when they die and run rocket.
Yeah, how do you feel about that game, Rocky?
Pretty good. I don't think I did particularly well. I was just throwing myself at them
Yeah,
repeatedly.
I
You
didn't
did well
get a
in
lot,
Sunshine.
I didn't get a lot of damage either, but I think I got a couple crucial kills.
Well, Redcoat touched on the that he thought that you guys were applying far more pressure to Deft than Moop was having pressure applied to him. I think on mids in general. So
I think
that
me
was
and Rocky's bombs are a bit scary, I'd say.
Yeah, like was it the Golden Cat mid where you both bombed him and he just got slapped against their garage
yeah,
wall and died?
Most of the mids had been bombing their death corner, but because their scouts just like sit on the ground with their demo and their med in their death corner. I don't understand. On the Golden Cap though, Deft was like on the point by himself, so I diverted my bomb and just landed on him. I don't know.
Yeah, I
weird.
guess it's the feeling of you got to make something happen. I guess it was a bit do or die situation.
Yeah,
He chose option 2.
Like, they took a lot of time in that time before they readied up for the Golden Cap. So I don't know. They're obviously talking about strats. I don't know what kind of strat involves leaving the demo out that far.
I got a question. Can we expect to see just as much MM1 and banter and shit talk in the grand final?
Oh no, that was only because they cucked us into not having Faithless. I don't actually have any like proper BM against them.
You should have
Okay, well, Redcoat, your team better fulfill this desire of mine.
Yeah, don't worry, we can
I'll
oblige.
just mute all of them.
Okay, good.
It's fine.
I'm looking forward to the grand final.
Yeah, I guess on that, is there any sort of special preparation that you're making to fight the Redcoat team without giving too much away?
Honestly, we're happy at this point with this season. I think we were seeded 4th and we 2nd, so
They're not
I
even
mean
good,
we're
bro.
pretty happy, but
Do
we'll
you
still
think
try. We'll still try.
at this, obviously the grand final hasn't been organized yet, but do you think ideally you guys are going to be using your core lineup with Faith, Rays, and
No idea, hopefully.
Okay, that's cool.
Any other questions from anyone else?
None from me. No.
Redcoat, you got anything?
Yeah, I guess like, how were you guys feeling the pressure when you were rounds down on Granary? Like, were you guys always kind of staying in a good mindset, or was there any kind of tilt that was setting in at any point?
It was chill yet invigorated.
We weren't. I don't think we were tilted at any point. We were a little bit disheartened, I guess, but it was their map pick, and I don't know. We weren't losing it by yards, so we weren't like that disappointed or anything.
And you
had
didn't
the,
ever like shut down and say, "All right, so what about next map?" You were trying right up until the end.
I think I mentioned Granary once as like an upbringer, like, don't worry guys, there's still another map. It's their map pick, but then we ended up winning, so I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh yeah, I got something. Rocky, why are you so bad at Spy?
Ivan's
You're
fucking
one
cheating,
for
bro.
both times.
Ivan's cheating. Ivan's using the fucking guitar thing, I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
someone on Redcoat's team
I
is
see
using
you,
it as well. It's fairly obvious.
Eh,
You
There's some
can deny it.
interesting, there's some interesting forces from Rocky on Ivan tonight. Not gonna lie.
I did notice one time where you decloaked and they seemed to know. I think it was Hertz. It was Hertz, and that seemed pretty dodgy to me. But
Did you guys see the one on Sunshine where I hit on 2nd? I'm trademarking that spot, by the way. No one else can use it.
I did not.
Oh yeah, no, the bit
yeah.
crouching behind the staircase.
No one can.
That was
I fucking
nuts.
invented that. No one steal it.
All right, take it to TF2 court, man.
I will.
All right, I think we'll wrap things up for tonight. Good luck, winning team on heading into the grand finals next week. Winning team. I can't remember names, dude.
We don't need that.
But we'll go down to some shout outs, I guess, here. Rocky, do you have any shout outs?
Oh, that's putting me on the spot. Just my team.
Paulsen, shout outs?
Shout out to you, Xander, for changing your plans tonight to lead me through breaking my casting hymen.
You're very kind. It just
thank
means
you.
I get drunk at home instead of with friends.
I'm
You
right
haven't
there
casted
with
before.
you. I've been analyst, but I've never been on the spot casting before.
It's more fun.
It has been very fun, I must admit. Although I don't know how much of the beer that is, but
I mean, how much did
we'll
you
see in the
spill?
future.
How many drops were there? Wasn't there like 2 or
Dog
something
Roll
on
dropped
there?
twice, I think, and I don't know if Ivan dropped. Yeah, I think Dog Roll dropped twice, and I don't think Ivan
Oh no,
did.
2-2.
Oh, right.
Wait, what? When did Ivan drop?
I'm not sure.
It says he has 2 drops on Granary. When?
Oh,
I
he
remember
got
that.
he got fully charged body shot one time.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah,
headshot him
did you guys
once.
catch that?
I headshot him once,
Yeah,
actually.
that was
I forgot.
cool.
Because we lost the round anyway.
Yeah, it's not enough drops. Locke isn't happy. Locke would not be happy.
All right,
Oh.
let's keep heading down the list though. Redcoat, any shout outs?
Yeah, just shout out to my team and shout out to both of the teams that played for a very entertaining night.
Spade, any shout outs?
Shout out to Faithless. Unfortunate he could not play. It is not his fault. Shout out to my team for being so fucking epic. Shout out to Servo for giving us a good match and you guys for casting.
Cheers. Well, I guess I shout out Paulsen for coming in on a Friday night. I'm sure dragging you away
Oops.
from all your plans. Nice.
Just did a Xander. Sorry.
Oh, shout out to Hertz for subbing as well. I shouldn't miss that one.
Yeah, so shout out to Paulsen, shout out to Redcoat for coming in as well. Shout out for Core for some great streaming as always. Always very organized to have you here. Shout out to both teams for some really good games of TF2 tonight. Really, really good games to watch and to cast. Always a pleasure. Shout out to everyone for tuning in tonight, and we'll be back with coverage of our grand final in the next week or so, whenever it gets organized. But yeah, we'll call it there for tonight. And we'll catch you next time. Good night, everyone.
When do I get my $50?